Harry Holmes, I think that Mike Tyson is the best heavyweight of all time. I don't think anybody with him.
Fair enough. But the man is a fake.
Mike Tyson is often hailed as the greatest heavyweight boxer of all time, a force so dominant that many believe no one could stand toe-to-toe with him. However, in a recent turn of events, Tyson made headlines not for his past accomplishments, but for his explosive revelations at the highly anticipated Mike Tyson vs. Jake Paul press conference. What was expected to be a routine media event turned into a bombshell moment that sent shockwaves through the boxing world. Iron Mike Tyson, known for his brutal honesty, didn't hold back. During the press conference, Tyson accused Jake Paul of using performance-enhancing drugs, a claim that has been whispered in the boxing community but never publicly confirmed until now. Tyson didn't just stop there. He also revealed that Jake has been using advanced AI-driven training techniques to prepare for the biggest fight of his career. These shocking revelations have caused a frenzy among boxing experts and fans alike, with many taking to social media to express their outrage and disbelief. Boxing pundits and professionals, including the likes of Joe Rogan, Michael Bisping, Eddie Hearn, and Floyd Mayweather, have all weighed in on the controversy, and their reactions have been nothing short of explosive. The fight world is in a state of chaos, with opinions flying in from all corners. It's not just a war of words, it's a full-blown takedown of Jake Paul's credibility. Joe Rogan, who has been a vocal critic of Jake Paul, tweeted, "Tyson just ripped the mask off. The jig is up, and the truth is finally coming out." Rogan, who has seen it all in the world of combat sports, wasn't surprised by Tyson's accusations, but was clearly disappointed that Jake had taken such a path. "This wasn't a press conference, it was a straight-up takedown," Rogan continued, emphasizing how Tyson didn't hold back. He went straight for the jugular, questioning Jake's transformation from a YouTube star to a heavyweight boxer. This isn't the first time Jake Paul has faced accusations of taking performance-enhancing drugs. Ever since he stepped into the ring, rumors have swirled around the problem child, but this time the accusations came with receipts, literal evidence that Tyson produced during the press conference. Jake, usually quick with a witty retort, found himself stammering and struggling to defend himself. The man who had built his career on confidence and bravado suddenly looked vulnerable. Tyson, who has been around the sport for decades, knew exactly what he was doing. He's seen the sport's dirty underbelly, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And when he called Jake out, it wasn't just a hunch, it was the voice of experience speaking. The boxing world was shaken to its core, with heads shaking in disbelief as the truth came out. Social media erupted as boxing experts wasted no time in sharing their explosive reactions. Joe Rogan, Michael Bisping, Dana White, and Floyd Mayweather were among the many who had something to say. Bisping, a former UFC champion, called Jake a fraud and a flat-out liar, accusing him of manipulating his fans and cheating his way to success. Jake's whole "anyone can be a boxer" shtick is a load of crap, Bisping stated bluntly, adding that Jake's rise to fame has been built on a foundation of deceit. Dana White, the UFC president who has had his own public feud with Jake Paul, took the opportunity to throw more fuel on the fire. Before Tyson's revelations, White had already called Jake out, challenging him to get tested for steroids. White had even agreed to be tested for cocaine for 10 years if Jake would agree to random steroid tests for 2 years. Jake, in typical fashion, dodged the challenge by suggesting that White should test all his fighters, a move that White dismissed as a cop-out. Now, with Tyson's bombshell, White is likely feeling vindicated. Floyd Mayweather, usually one to stay out of such dramas, also chimed in. He expressed his disdain for what Jake Paul represents, accusing him of tarnishing the legacy of boxing legends like Tyson and Muhammad Ali. Disrespecting guys like Tyson and Ali is like blasphemy, Mayweather said, clearly upset by Jake's antics. Jake's been acting like he's the king of the world, but now the truth is out, and everyone can see him for who he really is, a cheater the controversy doesn't end with Tyson's accusations of steroid use. Another shocking revelation from Tyson was that Jake Paul has been using secret AI technology to train like a Tyson clone. According to Tyson, there's an advanced AI-driven training device that has studied every punch, every move, every detail of Tyson in his prime. Jake has allegedly been using this technology to train as if he's fighting a virtual Tyson in his head. It's a claim that seems almost too wild to believe, but in the world of Jake Paul, where reality and spectacle often blur, it might just be true. Jake Paul's journey to this point has been nothing short of relentless. For the past 2 years, he's been on a mission to get Mike Tyson into the ring. It wasn't just a casual challenge, it was an all-out campaign. Jake turned his social media platforms into a battlefield, using every tool at his disposal to poke and prod at Tyson, hoping to get a reaction. He tagged Tyson in posts, taunted him in videos, and essentially made a spectacle of himself in an attempt to secure the fight. For a long time, Tyson didn't even acknowledge Jake's antics. The boxing legend remained silent, refusing to give Jake the satisfaction of a response. But that only made Jake's campaign more intense. It was like watching a digital-age Don Quixote tilting at the windmill that was Mike Tyson. The boxing world watched in bemusement as Jake's efforts became increasingly desperate. Then, out of nowhere, Tyson finally agreed to the fight. The announcement sent shockwaves through the boxing community. The idea that Tyson, a living legend, would step into the ring with a YouTuber-turned-boxer seemed almost too surreal to believe. But Tyson's acceptance came with none of the fanfare that Jake had been seeking. While Jake was out there making a spectacle, Tyson's response was calm and composed. It was like the heavyweight champion was saying, "Let's do this," with the quiet confidence of someone who has nothing to prove. The build-up to this fight has been one of the most intense in recent memory. The trash talk, the accusations, and the secrets have all contributed to making this matchup the most talked-about event of the year, if not the decade. But as we approach the fight, it's becoming increasingly clear that this isn't just bad for boxing because of the mismatch between the two fighters. It's also a dirty move by Jake, who seems intent on building his legacy on the back of a legend. Many in the boxing community are calling Jake out for what they see as a blatant attempt to exploit Tyson's age. At 58 years old, Tyson is well past his prime, and the idea of him stepping into the ring with a younger, stronger opponent is raising eyebrows. There are no special rules to protect Tyson in this fight, which means he's risking serious injury just to give Jake a boost in his career. It's a move that many feel is disrespectful to the sport and to Tyson's legacy. Despite all the controversy, the fight is set to go on, and the world will be watching to see how it all plays out. Will Jake Paul's carefully crafted persona finally crumble under the weight of Tyson's accusations? Or will he somehow manage to come out on top, despite the odds stacked against him? One thing is for sure, this fight has captured the imagination of the boxing world like no other, and the fallout from